The Hickory Ridge Mall is a shopping mall located in Memphis, Tennessee that opened in 1981. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for my latest mall video, defunct store, occasional throwback Thursday, or soda history. Leave a suggestion about a future video or memories of this mall. Thanks. The 1980s started strong with the opening of the Hickory Ridge Mall in 1981. The 855,000 square foot single level mall opened in Hickory Hill at the corner of Winchester and Hickory Hill Roads, which at the time was part of the unincorporated Shelby County. The mall was located approximately 20 miles southeast of downtown Memphis, which was the farthest mall from the Memphis's core. It was also the same year the larger Mall of Memphis opened, closer to the center of the population near the airport. The mall was anchored by a Sears and a Goldsmith's. The mall featured more than 100 stores at its peak. Stores included Sbarro's, Spencer's, Mr. Bulky, a candy store, Annabelle, Suncoast Motion Picture, Poncho's, Babbage's, Barrel of Fun was an arcade, and Aka Joe. Shortly after Hickory Ridge opened, it would become the anchor to a long corridor of retail along Winchester Road, home to several million square feet of retail space in the form of big box stores and strip malls. This area would be the hot retail area in Memphis for a hot minute. In 1986, Hickory Ridge expanded with Dillard's. M.M. Khan and Daher's also operated as junior anchors. Hickory Ridge's design after the expansion was a modified T-shape with a slight zigzag at the middle of the mall, where a two-story carousel sits under a tall glass canopy. Anchors included Goldsmith's, Sears, and Dillard's. In 1987, the city of Memphis announced it was annexing Southeast Memphis. That announcement was the beginning of Hickory Hill's next major evolution. A demographic change came to the Hickory Hill area in the 1990s, causing a social, economic, and cultural shift in the population. This trend changed the types of stores at the mall. The annexation essentially doubled commercial as well as residential rents. This taxation not only directly burdened retailers, but it further encouraged residents to move even farther into the suburbs where taxes were lower. In addition, the 385 freeway was constructed in the area, allowing residents to bypass Hickory Ridge Mall on their way to the booming sprawl in Collierville. In February of 1997, a new mall opened on the I-40 in far northeast Memphis and quickly became the destinational retail center of choice in the Memphis area. Wolf Chase Galleria had 130 stores, 4 anchors, and 1.3 million square feet of retail space. The Hickory Ridge Mall responded with a new renovation, removing the dated 1980s look completely. Unfortunately, the renovation of Hickory Ridge, located away from major freeways, didn't create much success. The 2000s would worsen for Hickory Ridge Mall. By 2003, the Winchester Road Strip corridor was over 70% vacant, with 700,000 square feet of dead retail space. The problems were much more serious than simple turnover, too. Memphis had too much physical space devoted to retail. By the year 2000, unemployment had risen and median household incomes had declined. Crime had increased and Hickory Hill's reputation had suffered. Some would call the area Hickory Hood or Hickory Hell. In May of 2003, Carlyle Development purchased the Hickory Ridge Mall for $13.5 million, which at the time had a 20% vacancy rate. The new owners decided to dramatically refocus the mall. They wanted to focus its clientele towards a middle to upper class income set, putting it in direct competition with Oak Court and Wolf Chase Galleria. Over the next few years, Carlyle implemented their plans and Hickory Ridge slowly lost many national middle to upmarket chains, which were replaced by local stores, discount chains, athletic apparel stores, and shoe stores. Oh, and vacancy? The vacancy rate at Hickory Ridge creeped up to 20% in 2003, to 40% in 2006, and by 2007, nearly half of the mall was empty. By 2004, the Hickory Ridge Mall had become a former shadow of itself. At the same time this was happening, Macy's purchased Goldsmiths, and Goldsmiths closed in 2006. It would reopen as Macy's. The new mall, called Avenue Carriage Crossing, stole more of Hickory Ridge's potential customer base when it opened in 2005. Avenue Carriage Crossing ended up taking away Dillard's, who opened a 200,000 square foot store at the Avenue Carriage Crossing in early 2006. In 2006, Dillard's closed. Changing demographics, continued sprawl, and competition sent this mall in a pretty common downward spiral. However, on February 5th, 2008, Mother Nature decided to change the mall's slow decline into an immediate one. An F2 tornado touched down at the mall that day, collapsing a 50-foot wall of Sears, tearing a giant hole in Macy's, and twisting much of the roof off center court. The mall was severely flooded as well. Sears patched up the damage to their store and opened 5 days later on February 10th, but many stores did not reopen after the repairs were made. The tornado effectively killed the mall. Macy's decided to give up and not reopen their damaged store, showing their commitment to the site wasn't that strong, and Macy's closed in 2008. World Overcomers Ministries eventually purchased the mall from its former owners for $1.4 million, signaling their intent to reopen Hickory Ridge. Renovation of the mall began in 2008, and the mall reopened on April 3, 2010, with a community celebration. Under the new ownership, the former Macy's was replaced with America's Incredible Pizza Company, which would close in 2012. In September of 2013, Sears, the last remaining anchor store, closed. In October of 2018, management announced some new rules saying the mall now closes at 8 p.m. If a business wants to stay open later, they must pay $25 an hour for security. The new changes have already started pushing some business owners out, and others say they don't know how much longer they can stay in business. Today, the 787,000 square foot mall has around 43 stores and has no anchor stores. Many would consider this mall a dead mall. Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So if your answer is 4, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what do you remember about this mall? Leave a comment. or some more details that I may have missed, or maybe even a suggestion for a future mall video you would like to see, don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions. Thanks for watching.